In Gaza, aid workers and medical teams have become used to using the world's most heartbreaking acronym, WCNSF. Wounded child, no surviving family. The phrase was born in Gaza's hospitals as overworked trauma surgeons had to deal with so many injured, unaccompanied children that they simply scrawled WCNSF on their files. As Kieran King, the humanitarian head of the UK charity Wall Child, told us at a briefing in Parliament last month, Gaza is the first conflict where such a term has been needed because of the sheer numbers of wounded children. The UN's Child Protection Agency, UNICEF, cited Gaza Health Ministry statistics last September, recording 2,596 children had lost both parents, and a further 53,000 had lost at least one parent. These figures mean that 47,000 Palestinian children will grow up with no father, and 5,920 will grow up with no mother. And these are not just ordinary statistics. Gaza has the highest rate of child amputations of any modern conflict. These are all individual human beings whose stories need to be shared. The powerful new film, The Voice of Hind Rajab, which was screened to many of us MPs in Parliament last month, bears witness to one of those stories, following the Red Crescent response during the killing of a 6-year-old Palestinian girl by the IDF. Those of us who saw that film will never forget it. So I was proud that this government, working with Labour MPs, within days of the Gaza ceasefire, brought over 50 children to the NHS to be treated for their complex injuries. But there's much, much more we can do to rebuild the healthcare, the schools, the social services that children desperately need in Palestine. But the other and often forgotten conflict that involves children is, of course, in Sudan. As a civil war rages between Sudan's army and the RSF rebels, and it's now in its third year, the scale of suffering is enormous. In 2026, a staggering 17 million children are expected to need urgent aid. More than 5 million children have been forced from their homes, the equivalent of 5,000 children displaced every single day, many of them repeatedly with attacks and sexual violence that often follows them as they move. Only yesterday, 5 more children were killed in another drone strike by the paramilitary RSF on a health centre in the city of Kadugli. And UNICEF has been clear, children in Sudan are not statistics. They're frightened, they're displaced, they're hungry. But they're also determined, resourceful and resilient. And every day, they, like the children of Gaza, strive to learn, they strive to play, they strive to hope. Ending the child suffering in both countries is a moral necessity through all the powers we have over diplomacy, aid and trade. And those responsible for that suffering should be made accountable under international law. The reckoning will come. It may not be this year, but it will come one day.